Hello students, welcome back. Dr. Mercado speaking. We are continuing covering Chapter 3, which deals with Social Security taxes. This is Accounting 1329, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting. Now in this particular lecture, we are going to continue practicing how to complete a 941, which is the employer's quarterly federal tax return. Okay. The problem that we're going to be covering today is problem 313A. We have already completed 941. I have already illustrated that to you. We are practicing some more. That way you can become familiar with the process, okay? So, in this particular problem, it says Karen Clustered opened Lubed and Wash on January the 2nd. The business is subject to FICA taxes. At the end of the first quarter, that's very important, the first quarter, Cluster, as president of the company, must file Form 941, which is the employer's quarterly federal tax return. Using Form 941, Parts 1 through 5, reproduce, prepare, and sign, and date the return on the basis of the information shown below. So here they give you the employer's address, ID number, phone number, and date filed. Each employee is paid semi-monthly on the 15th and the last day of each month. So they get paid twice a month. Shown below is the payroll information for the first quarter. All pay periods were the same. And then we have 4 employees. We've got their socials, their quarterly wage, their OASDI tax, their HI tax, their federal income tax, the total deductions, and the net pay. Okay. It says the employer's FICA taxes for the quarter are $2,969.80 and $694.55 for HI. Okay. The total taxes per payday are, and we have the employer's FICA OASDI $494.97, the employer's FICA tax OASDI $494.97, the employee's FICA $115.76, the employer's FICA $115.76, and the employee's federal income tax of $780. Okay, these are the total taxes per pay period. Okay, every paycheck. Remember, they get paid twice a month. So every pay period, these are the taxes associated. A total of $2,001.46. We are multiplying by 6 deposits because it's 2 pay periods per month. So it's 2 pay periods for January, 2 for February, and 2 for March because we are dealing with the first quarter. Okay, that would give us taxes of $12,008.76 for the quarter. Okay, none of the employees reported tips during the quarter. So there is no tips associated in this problem. Okay, so we've got the form up here. Let me just try to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, the first thing that we have to do is we have to select the quarter that we're in. Okay, so like last time, this form is not interactive. I have to basically just create text boxes and put the information in there. Okay, so we should be selecting the first, let me see. We should be selecting the first, let me redo that little box. We should be marking off that first box, okay? Insert, text box. Okay, let's see what that gives us, okay? So let me just kind of like center it. So you get the logistics right there. There we are. Perfect. Okay, so on the report for this quarter, we should be marking off the January, February, and March box. Okay, and I managed to do it. There we go. So we have an X there. And now we can begin filling in the form. Okay, so we're going to be filling out all 5 parts of the form. Okay, so the first one we have is the number of employees. Okay, read the first times that you do these forms, read each of the items carefully so you know what's going on. So it says number of employees who receive wages, tips, or other compensation for the pay period. So that's what we're going to put there. And according to the problem, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 employees. Okay, so we've got 4 employees. on the first line, first box. Okay. We've got 4 wages, tips, and other compensation. Okay. So we know that in this particular problem there is no tips because the problem says down here none of the employees reported tips. So there is no tips associated, but they're just wages. But the amount of the wages is provided to you right here. Quarterly wages. Okay. So where am I getting that number? I'm getting it from right here. 47,900 is your quarterly wage. Okay. $47,900. Okay. Okay. The third question is federal income tax withheld. The federal income tax is also provided. It's provided in the federal income tax column. Right here. So we have federal income tax of $4,680. So let's put that in our form. That's $4,680. Okay. Okay. So the next one is our taxable Social Security wages. How much of our earnings are subject to Social Security? And that would be the whole amount of the 47,900. Okay. 47,000 is taxable wages for Social Security. So that 47,900 is going to be entered right here. We are going to get the 47,900 and we are going to multiply by the rate provided in the form, which is 0.124, and that's going to give me for column 2 an amount of 5,939.60. Okay, so we're going to enter that amount right here. So where did we get that 5939.60 from? We got it from getting the 47,900 times the rate in the form, which is 0.124, and that gives me 5939.60. Okay. We don't have any qualified sick leave wages. We don't have any qualified family leave wages. None of that is provided. We didn't have any tips. None of that. So none of that applies. Okay. Now, taxable Medicare wages and tips. Okay. For Medicare purposes, what are my taxable Medicare for wages and tips? Okay. So, we don't have tips, but we do have wages. So, what are my taxable Medicare? Okay. This is for Social Security. This is for Medicare. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a text box and I'm going to enter on my 5C line item the 47,900. Okay, and I'm going to multiply that 47,900 times my rate of 0.029, and that gives me 1,389.10. Okay, so it'll be 1,389.10. So all I did was get the 47,900 times the rate in the form of 0.029, and that gave me 1389.10. Okay. The problem doesn't state that we have any taxable wages subject to the additional Medicare tax, so we're going to leave that blank. Okay. Line 5E says you're going to add columns 2 from lines from all of these from column 2. We're going to add all of those amounts. Okay. So, if we only have 2 amounts in column 2, we're going to add those together. 5939.60 plus 1389.10. That gives me 7,328.70. Okay, we're going to enter that in line 5E. It says total Social Security and Medicare taxes. Add column 2 okay, for those line items. So I'm adding everything in column 2, and I'm going to put that in line item 5E. Okay. And that gives me 7,328.70. Okay. The next line item deals with unreported tips. We don't have any tips, so we are going to skip that line. Line number 6, okay? Total taxes before adjustments. We're going to add line 3, line 5E, and line 5F, okay? So we're just going to do what the line says. We're going to add line 3, which is 4680, plus line 5E, which is 7328.70, plus line 5F, which is 0. That gives me $12,008.70, okay? Okay. That is 12,008.70. Okay. Okay. So now, current quarter's adjustment for fractions of cents. A lot of times students miss this, okay? So according to our calculation, our total taxes before adjustments is $12,008.70. Now, current quarter's adjustments for fraction of cents, we're going to look at how much we actually paid in taxes. Okay? We paid, according to the problem right here, we paid $12,008.76. So we have an adjustment, okay? We have the $12,876 minus what the form gave us, which was $12,870. We have an adjustment of 6 cents, okay? That adjustment is going to be placed in line number 7, okay? It's what we calculated on the form versus what we made in deposits. That is the amount of the adjustments, 6 cents. Okay. Line number 8, current quarter's adjustments for sick pay. That does not apply. Number 9 does not apply. That has to do with the group term life insurance. Number 10, okay. Total taxes after adjustments combines lines 6 through 9. So we're going to add everything from 6 through 9. So in line 6, we have 12,008.70. Line 7, we have 0.6. So those are the only two lines that are filled up. So we've got 12,008.76. And that is going to go in line number 10. Okay. The next line item, qualified small business payroll tax credit. We didn't get any of that information, so we're going to skip. Non-refundable portion of credit for qualified sick and family. None of that information was provided. We're going to skip. Line 11C, non-refundable portion of employee retention credit. None of that information was provided in the problem, so we're going to skip. Okay. We're going to go to line number 12. This is total taxes after adjustments and non-refundable credits. Subtract line 11D from line 10. Okay. So in 11D, we didn't have anything because we didn't have any non-refundable credits. But let's look at line 10. Line 10, we had 12,876. So it'll be 12,876 minus line 10, which is 0. That would give us in line 12. Let me put that right there. That would be line 12 right here. Okay, so that would give me 12,876. Okay. For number 13, it says total deposits for this quarter, including overpayment applied from a prior quarter, filed in the current quarter. So the total deposits made, according to the problem, were $12,008.76. Okay. Total deposits information is given to you in the problem. 12,876. Okay. Line 13, reserved for future use, does not apply. The rest of the lines don't apply until we get to line 13E. Total deposits and refundable credits. How much did we make in deposits? Okay. That amount was provided to you in the problem. We did make deposits. Deposits of how much? We made deposits of 12,876. Okay. 12,876 is the amount of the deposits that we made. Okay. Advances, we didn't have any advances according to the problem. So therefore, line item 13G says, what is your total deposits and refundable credits less advances? We didn't have any advances, but we did have deposits. And on line number 13G, we're going to enter the amount of the deposits, which was 12,876. Okay, so if you notice, we're just bringing the balances down. Total taxes that we calculated, the total deposits being made. It's just a matter of identifying which line items need to be filled out. Okay, line number 14, balance due. We don't have a balance due. Okay, so that is part 1. Okay, the only thing I would caution you in part 1 is that 6-cent adjustment. You're going to compare your calculation on the form, which is 12,870, versus your deposits of 12,876 to get that 6-cent adjustment. Okay. Part number 2. Okay. We have to check 1. Are we a monthly scheduled depositor for the entire quarter? Is the president of the company. So yes, we are. They get paid semi-monthly. We are a monthly depositor. These people were making deposits every month. Okay. So they made a total of 6 deposits. Okay. So let me see. Okay, so we're going to go back. So we are a monthly scheduled depositor for the entire quarter, and we have to enter our liabilities for each of the months. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter a text box. Yes, we are a monthly scheduled depositor. Okay. Now we have to figure out our tax liability for each of the months. Okay. Here the problem says that for every pay period, we had tax liabilities of $2,001.46. Okay. So we have a total, and that is given to you in the problem, of the total taxes for OASDI, HI, and federal income tax is $2,001.46. And we know there are 2 pay periods per month. Okay. 2 pay periods per month. So that gives me a monthly deposit of $4,002.92. So what did I do again? I got my total taxes of $2,146, and I multiplied it by 2 payroll periods each month, which gives me $4,002.92. So if we notice there's 6 deposits, there's 2 deposits in January, 2 deposits in February, and 2 deposits in March. So that dollar amount is going to be the same for all 3 months. 4,292. Okay. And then we're going to add them together, and we're going to get the total. And if we did it correctly, it'll be 4,292 times 3. That'll give me 12,876, which is the amount reflected over here. Okay, 12,876. Okay. For my monthly, remember what did we do? Let me put a text box. For our monthlies, we got the total, which was 2,146. 2,146 times 2 pay periods per month. Okay, and then that gave me the 4,292. Okay, so that is how we got the 4,292. We got the pay period. We pay taxes of 2,146, and I'm multiplying it by 2 pay periods per month, and that gives me my $4,002.92. Okay, very important. Total liability for the quarter. This number needs to equal to line number 12. I'm sorry, to line number 12. Okay, so we have to go back to line number 12 and make sure that they equal. And they do. 12,876, 12,876. Okay, so we're on the right track here. It says, tell us about your business. If a question does not apply to your business, leave it blank. Okay, so this talks about if we are closing down, if the business is going to close, if we have seasonal employers, a whole bunch of stuff that does not qualify in this particular problem. Okay, qualified health plan expenses, qualified wages for employee retention credit. None of that information pertains to the problem, so we're going to skip. Part 4, may we speak with a third-party designee? The answer would be no. We only want them to speak to whoever is authorized. Okay, so we're going to put a no. Okay. There we are. Okay, and then they're asking us to sign. The name of the person that's preparing the form is Karen Cluster. Okay. So we have to make sure that we sign the form. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sign. It'll be Karen Cluster. We type the name of the person, and make sure you don't forget this, because if not, you're going to get points deducted, okay, for something very simple. Okay, the title of Karen is president. Okay. So it says that Cluster is the president of the company. That's where I'm getting that information. Okay. And then the date. Okay. So we are making the payment, the date filed, right here. Date filed. April the 30th. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that over here. So it'll be 04/30. And then the year, okay, that we're doing it for. Okay. And then the phone number provided, the phone number provided here is 512-555-1111. So make sure that you enter that phone number. It's 512-555-1111. So that is the part 5 of the form. So we've completed part 1, part 2, okay? Part 3 does not apply to us. That does not apply. And then part 4, and then part 5, okay? All of the information that you need is on the actual form. It's just a matter of identifying what information are you needing, okay? And then the date of it was filed was also provided to you. The amount of the payments being made was provided to you per pay period. And then you just had to multiply it by the number of pay periods in a month to be able to calculate your January, February, and March your month 1, month 2, month 3 tax liabilities. Okay? So that is basically it. I hope you practice and you do your problems twice. You do have 2 attempts. If you don't get a good grade on the first attempt, please utilize the second attempt to try to practice some more and get a better grade. So this is the second time that I cover Form 941. Please practice, please try, please look at the instructions provided on your book. And if you have questions, well, feel free to stop by during my scheduled office hours and I will be more than glad to answer them. Okay, so that is it for this problem. Until next time, have a wonderful day.